brown, brown mom. I love it. I love it. Do-do.
Oh, it's so cold. I was just going to start before I even say hi. Put on my mitten and say it is freaking freezing, dude. It's Michigan and all of that jazz. And I'm not even complaining because I like change of weather. But it's cold. It's freezes. It's burr. It's cold. It's chilly. Whew. My nose. See, my nose is a little pink and I was only outside for a second. Let's get it moving. It's that time. What time is it? The ride home. The drive. The mad dash. The pickup. Ponder. I was trying to do something with a P, but I can't. The pickup. Pajama dash. No, I don't. Is there anything with a P that's like mad dash? How about, who cares? How about we don't focus on that? We just go. Okay. And the parking garage is dark. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about nonsensical stuff for 5 minutes before I get into the meat and potatoes of the topic, what I have going on. Did you guys have a great week? I hope you had a great week. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. Back at it in this, what the heck is that? Oh, it's the lights. Jesus. It's like somebody having a seizure. It's like the video thing was having a seizure. The flash of lights. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I hope everybody had a great week. Gotta always stop and think. I try to be honest. Did I have a good week? Whew, let's get it, keep it nice and toasty in here. Did I have a good week? I think I had a good week. I did. I had a good week. And I had a good weekend. I actually only went out of the house for groceries on Sunday, and that was to make a yummy soup, which I made, which is a zuppa toscano. Oh, it's Italian. It's Tuscan. You guys go to Olive Garden? It's Olive Garden's like signature soup because they're Italian, Tuscany, and it's delicious. Oh, I caught the yellow light. La formata de latte Bruce. That's Italian, not for soup. Anyway, that's the only time I went out. And it was so great because I moved Carrington's swim class. Did I tell you that, guys? That does anybody care but me? See, this is the nonsensical, the nonsensical stuff that is so great for me, and maybe only one other mom cares, but the mass majority don't give a shit. Probably most moms don't even care. Like, does the one great thing you do for yourself that you figured out, or it's like a genius move, you're so excited about it, want to tell the world, and nobody else really cares. Well, I care. I wish somebody would share some great genius stories with me. Tell me that you figured out a way to diaper that baby a new way without something, or to hold that bottle up, or to discipline that toddler without killing their soul. Did you guys figure that out? If you did, let me know. Yeah. So I said I wasn't going to do it, and I did it. Just stop talking. Stop saying what you're not going to do, and do. So what is on my spirit today? Actually, I had a couple things. Funny. I had a few things, and I actually wrote them down on my notes. So I was like, be more organized. I mean, I'm never going to be organized like that, but have more of a direction. I'm not going to do that either. But have an idea of maybe what you want to, as opposed to hitting the video, the play, and then going, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but hey, that's crazy. It's real life and real talk, but I mean, we got to have some kind of direction. And I had a few things. And the one thing I really was going to talk about was mom versus mom. Like it's the battle. It is a battle. It's a real thing. People like to say the mom wars. It's not real. It is real. And saying it's not real doesn't make it not real. I mean, it shouldn't be real. It's just silly. But I understand why we have it. But that wasn't going to be my topic. I mean, that was. And then I was like, no, advocating for your kid. Because I actually had an experience. Oh, because Carrington went to the dentist last week. Okay, but let's stay focused. Let's attempt to. The mom wars. I'm not going to go into this too heavy. And I'm going to call it mom versus mom. It's a true thing. And let me tell you why. And you guys know my stance on judgment. We all do it, whether we admit it or not. Some people don't like to act like they do. I do. We all do. It's inherent in us. But it's not the judging so much. It's like moms can be just really catty and just really competitive with each other. And I figured out, at least my take on why I think we do it, because mom life is a lonely, thankless job. It's lonely and it's thankless, and you do so much and it's never ending and it's hard. It has a lot of rewards and a lot of benefits, but it's the hardest job you'll ever have. It is hard. And if you're in my case and you're doing it solo, it is even when I wasn't doing it solo, I was doing it solo. Like, it's just hard. It's just hard. So if you have a partner, great, shout out to that. I'm sure that's helpful and wonderful and the way it's designed to be. But if you don't, God bless you. Because how I'm doing it, I don't know. By the skin of my goddamn teeth. But okay, so back to center. I think because we're so, why moms specifically are so competitive with each other, or why they're just so catty, because we want to feel heard. We want to feel acknowledged. We want the world to know how hard it is and how good we're doing, even if we're not doing good that day. But for the most part, we're all really kicking ass because we're giving it 110%, most of us, and we're really committed, most of us. And this is like what our mission and what we're like doing, most of us, not our moms, but the majority. And it's thankless. And so when we're trying our damnedest to do the best we can, and so you're using the organic stuff because you're trying to make sure that they eat the best, or you breastfeed exclusively because that you feel like, no judgment, that's the best, breast is best, all that stuff. We can get catty and judgy if we see somebody not doing it, because we want kudos for that we're doing it, and we're doing it the best we can and whatever. And so it just gets to be, but that's another topic for another day. But that is my kind of loose thought and why that kind of happens in the mom world. I mean, I do it. I definitely do it. I'm getting less so because now I'm just in this mindset of like, first of all, I just want to be happy. I just want to be peaceful. And now I'm like in the trenches of this life. I find myself, as I'm always ever changing and ever evolving. I want to be the best person that I can be, and I want to be kind. Sometimes I'm trying to give out what I want back, because I feel like I can be very aggressive, but I'm pretty much a kind person, and I'm sensitive, and other than drivers that are stupid, and you have to tell them again, how else will they learn? When I'm out places now, I try to be like supportive of other moms, because we're just trying to make it. Because again, this is the hardest job ever. You will never hear me not complaining. I'm always going to complain about it because it's complainable. It's a complainable job. But you also will never hear me not stop. You'll never not hear me say how addicted to my child I am, how in love, how she is just heaven on a plate. I can do both. Again, walking and talking, I can multitask. Walking and chewing gum, not walking and talking. Everybody can walk and talk. Walking and chewing gum, people should be able to do that too, but whatever. Where'd that saying come from? I know, it's the stupidest thing. Who can't walk and chew gum? Like, I can walk and blow bubbles with my gut, like I can snap it annoyingly. Anyway, my child is my essence. She's my love. Ooh, love on that. And also, she can also be the bane of my existence. Equal. Anyway, so yeah, you just want acknowledgement. You just want to be heard. You just want somebody to go, yes. You want to hear somebody else's story, like, yes, what Juniper did, what I know, mine did that, or I just hear you. I hear you, sister girl. That's all we want. I think. Anyway, so that's not the real topic. We can talk about that another day. 9 minutes in. We'll talk about that another day. It's getting warm in here. All right now, getting toasty. Put a marshmallow up to the heater. Jeez. By the way, I'm thinking of, speaking of marshmallows, makes me think about this Pinterest marshmallow s'more type dessert thing, which leads me to my other thing. It's not a topic, but a thought. I'm putting it out here, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. I'm definitely not doing a Pinterest page, and I don't have a Pinterest page, but I look at Pinterest type ideas all the time for crafting and stuff, and I love it. I told you I'll never do a home and garden or like this is how I do my, what are those things, the things on the wall, the blinds, what the hell am I saying? Window coverings, stuff like that. I'm never going to talk about interior design or like, these are the window coverings I use, and then like do posts about that. You know, I don't do that. That's bullcrap. I mean, holla if that's what you do. Holla. But I'm never going to blog about that. That's of no interest to me. But I do crafting so much with Carrington and alone. Hopefully, maybe one day I can do that again. Maybe read a book. Knowledge is power. Can't read again anymore. Try to get back to that. But I'm so into the crafting and those kinds of things, and like cute little lunchbox stuff that I put in her lunchbox and whatever. I think I'm going to devote a page on my website, www.onebrownmom.net. N-E-T. Visit it. Check it out. I've got 2 blogs up, and another one's going up tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a page that talks about craft stuff. I actually had this loose idea. What do you guys think? To like actually try some like Pinterest, almost to be like a gag, because we all know Pinterest fails. This is a page in all its own. But like try some Pinteresty stuff just to see how it does not turn out the way that they say. And who the hell are these? Do people exist that actually do the Pinterest and it comes out exactly how it, like I just don't feel like it does. I'm not gunning for Pinterest, but I just want something more reasonable and relatable to the masses. Maybe Susie Q, maybe she does do Pinterest and she posts it, or not even post it, she just does it and it comes out just like, yep, And actually there is, because I follow a mom blog that I've been following since I became a mom, and she does Pinteresty type stuff, and it always comes out. And I love her, but that annoys me, because it's like I know plenty of moms, and the average mom, it does not. No matter how, it does not. It does not. So I want to talk about, I want to talk about that, but I'm thinking of doing that. What do you guys think? I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. So it's going to be like it's going to be a page on my page that just, maybe we'll start off with just talking about Pinterest stuff, and I'm going to maybe post some Pinteresty type things, and then I'm going to try them and then post pictures and then maybe I'll start my own type Pinterest type stuff, but the stuff that really looks like what it like a popsicle stick and then a piece of coconut on it, or something. I don't know. I learned how to make a snowman at my daughter's school very easy with a popsicle stick, and it was reasonable and doable and adorable. Yeah, stuff like that. To be continued. TBD? No. TBC? To be continued? Whatever. So my real topic. 13 minutes in. Okay. Advocating for your child. Now, I'm going to try to do this without being so extra. I'm not going to work. I'm very Tamar-like, but I hope I'm not all the way Tamar, even though I like her. She gets a lot of flack, but I like Tamar. Tamartians and her little Tamar sayings. She is extra and over the top, but I dig it. Maybe because I'm extra over the top. Not that much, but she's funny. She's funny. She's like a character. She's a caricature. I don't know if she means to be, but she is, and she's funny. Anyway, I'm going to try not to be so, but just I'm going to deliver the news. Here's my news. Do you advocate for your child? Is that a thing? I advocate for my child, and let me tell you what that means to me. So Carrington had a dentist appointment. My husband was supposed to go, but schedules and things. Long story short, nobody cares about this story. He wasn't able to go. Okay, great. He used to go to all doctor's appointments and all dentist appointments, especially stuff where there had to be like a needle or something like that, because I don't do well with that. I don't want to see her in pain or upset in any way. I know she has to be. That is life, and I have to get her ready for that. And I'm there for the after. So once it's done, I'm there to soothe and tell you. I do the prepare. I prepare her. I tell her all about it, what's going to happen. I go through all the steps. And then after, I'm here to soothe and tell you how I know sometimes we have to do stuff that we don't want to do, and it's for our betterment, blah, 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 and soothe and comfort and whatever. I don't need to be there while it's going on because that's crazy to me. So he used to be around for that. He's always accompanying us on that. Okay, great. Couldn't go this time. Okay, fine. Carrington got a cavity. That's right. Mom of the year. No, it has no reflection on me as a mother. She brushes her teeth almost every day. We're busy. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Life happens. Sometimes I don't take a shower every day. It happens, and I'm okay with that. And yep, real life, real talk. I have no problem with that. I have no problem being authentic, unlike Pinterest. This is no shade. Well, I feel like I'm in on Pinterest. I am. I'm not coming for your stock. I'm just saying you're not authentic. Okay, so she pretty much brushes pretty well. Yeah, she got a cavity. It happens. Toddlers get cavities. I was kind of not devastated, but it was kind of like, am I failing? Am I whatever? And I quickly let that go. The ever mom guilt. Oh, somebody else is following me. Great, I5. What's up? Okay. So I got past that. She's got a cavity. She's got to get it filled. Well, it was way in the back. They told me it's going to be a little bit more tricky than the normal cavity that somebody might have in the front, in the back. We gotta crank open the mouth, and we're gonna use gas on her because she's so little, and just the gas, the laughing gas. I've never had it. I remember my nana had it once. Okay, let's not deviate. And it just, just takes the edge off. It makes you a little like, hello, hi. So I hear. So I've heard. Like, just hello, hi. Maybe it makes you laugh. Hence the title, laughing gas. But I think it just takes the edge off. Well, hers was strawberry flavored. And she knew right away. She's like, this smells like strawberry. And it started off all great. She knew all about it. I told her all about what was going to happen. Because, again, number one, in preparedness, I told her all that was going to happen. She loves the dentist. There's the fishies. Even though there's it's multiple fish. We don't call them fishies. She does because she's 4. I try to correct her because it's just fish. There's not, okay? But, whatever. So it has a fish tank. All pediatric dentists should have a fish tank. I love this place. Shout out to them. Like, they're amazing. And their techs are just, it's a beautiful thing. I can't recommend this place anymore. Anyway, so she's all about it. We go to the dentist. She does all her checkups. It's always great. It's not going to be a regular checkup. It's going to be a little different, Carrington. She's like, it's fine. It's okay. She knows they play a movie. It's all decorated with all kind of stuff. Great. They put Frozen on her little tablet thing because they have that. And she's got her ear things on. She's got sunglasses on. It's all great. It's all groovy. Until they pop her mouth open with that thing. It's like a claw. It's like a thing, like a women who have pap smears. When you pop, yeah. Okay, that was... Do we have to do that? Now I have the visual. Yeah, okay, that wasn't... Okay, that... Clear your mind. So they prop her mouth open with the claws, the jaws, the things. She wasn't a fan of that, and who would be? Okay. But they're kids. They're toddlers. They're going to probably bite down. So they prop her mouth open. She wasn't crying, but it was just like, this is weird. Okay. But, okay, put some more gas. I'm just kidding. She's watching Frozen. It's all great. I'm rubbing her hand and her leg. It's all good. Well, now we're going to do the numbing. So guys, most people have had a cavity. They rub that gel, which kind of numbs it. And then they're going to stick. Look at this stick. Which it pinches, the needle actually just pinches a little bit. And it's more pressure. She's never had that. I'm a grown-ass adult. And let me tell you, it's not pleasant. It doesn't hurt because they've already kind of numbed it with the gel. But it pinches, and it's pressure, and it's a needle that is the size of Mount Peru. Is that a thing? And stick that into your mouth. It's not pleasant. So she's having that. Oh, I'm doing good time, 5:15. Hallelujah. And turn the heat down. Jesus. For real, roasting marshmallows. As soon as they did the needle, and they had to do it 3 times because it was deep in the back, and they need to make sure that whole area is numb. When I tell you, the little tear started. Oh, that was okay. That was too low. The tear started, and then she wasn't screaming. No, but it was the cry of pain. You know, kids whine, they cry. I've made her cry plenty of times. It's a different cry. It's that cry of actual pain when they get a shot. It is the worst as a parent when you hear them cry. And her crying doesn't hurt me, because I've heard it for 4 years. When she cries because I've raised my voice, or I've snatched her up, or that cry, or I've denied her, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't pull at my heartstrings. It's just like, how long is this gonna last? Because it's just okay. Crying because she's hurt herself, someone is hurting her. It's a very different thing. And it's that someone's hurting her. I know they're doing something that has to be done. I know they're not hurting her, they're not beating her, but it's just the worst. You just feel that tugs at your heartstrings. That does something, and that makes the tears well up in my eyes. So I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm like, and then I'm reminding myself, Mama, you got to be there for her. She can't see me, so it's not, but it's just very emotional, and I'm an emotional person anyway. I was mom strong, of course, and I held her hand and all that stuff, but it was just the worst. Okay, so we got 3 shots in. It's totally numb. She is crying, but now she's beginning to stop. I'm wiping the tears. The dentist, the hygienist, when I say, Marissa, you're not watching this, but she was everything. I love this hygienist. She was everything. She was just so sweet and perfect, and she had a little edge to her, because it's a lot of non-edgy people in the place, but then there are some ethnic people there, but they're older. Like, it's a sweet little Mama Pearl, whatever. But this girl was young and just so sweet and so competent, but mostly just sweet. And the way she talked to Carrington and the way she talked to me and about the procedure and the thing, big shot. Like, I'm gonna send an email, because I love to complain, and I will send an email, a strongly worded letter, but I also like to compliment when you should, and people should do that, because you know how good it feels when someone tells you, you did a great job, whatever, but I'm gonna send an email. Mental note, so she was all great. Oh, Carrington, you did so great, you did a great job, and I was like, and I'm looking at her, and she was like, she really did. And I was like, not just default? I'm so extra. She was like, no, she really did a great job. I mean, she probably was default, but it don't matter. Fill her up. Yep, she did a great job. So she's doing all of that. The dentist, which I still like, but now she got on my nerves. Again, they're all great there. But the dentist goes, you did a great job, Carrington. That really was. You really were a big, strong girl. That's great. I love all of that. Support all of that. And then Carrington was still kind of like, it wasn't that whine. It was just like that, you know, you kind of still. And she was like, okay, and now that's enough. We don't need to cry anymore. Okay. Now, some would probably say, Daddy, you just don't want anybody saying anything to your kid. Is that true? Mildly. But that's not what's going on here. Because unless you say something crazy, I don't check people if they say it. Like the teacher says stuff in front of me to her, and it's the right thing. Of course, it always gets my blood pressure raises for a second. Like, don't say no, fool, don't. But I don't say it because it's the right thing and whatever. It's just that knee-jerk reaction. No, that's not what was happening. She's just had something that was really traumatic, really jacked up. I'm an adult, and when I have had a shot in my mouth, it is not pleasant. Of course, I don't cry, and I don't scream or kick my legs, and she didn't do that. But I don't cry. But it's like, oh, this is, I hate today. It's the worst day ever. I will be upset for as long as I fucking want to be upset. You don't tell me, but I'm grown. She is a child. That hurt. Like, that was an actual thing that hurt. It's valid. You don't need to, unless she was like falling out of the chair and acting a damn nut, and it's like we've been 24 minutes trying to calm her, and there are other patients, and we can't keep doing this. That would be, yes. Then you could say, okay, listen, okay, we got to get it together. We know that was bad, and you did great, but okay, no, not even 2 minutes had passed. she's still crying. And she can cry all she wants because it hurt. Crying is a valid fucking response for being hurt. To me, that's the equivalent of, and we can get off to a different topic, when, people are like these boys, like man up, don't cry. No, emotions are valid, and that really gets me off into us as a society. This is my belief, and this is why I really advocate. We are so busy, I feel, this is my thoughts, as a society, we've gotten so, move past those emotions. Don't sit and don't feel that. Just let's move past this, keep going, let's buckle down. And I'm all for putting her big girl panties on. That's the way I was brought up. That's why my mother brought me up. Brought me up? Whatever. I can't get lost on verbiage right now. Or vernacular. That's the way that I was raised. That's a better word. You put your big girl panties on, you keep going. Sure. That's old school. I get it. Yep. This is 2019, even 2018. Yeah, we need to start feeling some emotions and dealing with some things. We need to start maybe getting into some therapy and dealing with some shit. And if I want to cry, I'm going to cry. If she wants to cry, she can cry. She's not acting out. She's not throwing herself on the floor. Again, she wasn't falling off the chair or acting a nut. She was still just getting herself together. She was doing really well. Don't tell her, all right, don't cry. And it was that, that's enough. We don't need to cry any longer. She'll cry as long as she fucking wants to. And I dare anybody to have a problem with it. But here's what I really said. I didn't say that to this. Not that ignorant. I am. But, I don't want to show out and be the angry black woman. Plus, it didn't warrant all of that. I just needed to say, I needed to advocate. I said, oh, no. I said, that was a really big needle. That hurt. We all know what it feels like to get shots. That hurt. She can cry. Crying is okay. That's a human emotion. And you did do a great job, Carrington. And you take a couple more minutes to cry, because that really hurt. But then we're going to get it together, and we're going to finish this procedure. But you, if it still hurts, you definitely go ahead and cry. And I looked at Dr. Laura. No, her name is not Laura, but whatever. And I said, she's okay. She's like, oh. And then she tried to do the touch on my arm, which I do that. Oh, yeah, she's good. You did really well. I don't know if I was as articulate as I wanted to be, but I basically just, the message I was trying to evoke. Don't tell her to sweep her emotions under the rug. And that's a little dramatic. I mean, this is a pokey shot. We're not talking about, you've been molested. Don't deal with that. And that's okay. That's very, whew, I swear I go from one extreme to the other. It's just I don't have any filter. But don't tell her to stop crying. She can continue to cry. She can feel that emotion because it hurt. That is valid. I don't like that. And I was telling my mom about it later. And of course, she, in typical Joanne, that's my mother's name, Joanne fashion, listened for the most part, but then kind of started to roll her eyes because, again, she comes from the age of, get it together. Okay, let's move past that emotion. Let's not even deal with that. I know that was hurt. Somebody hurt you. Really, we just tuck that under. Just keep it going. Yeah, I'm breaking those. Break the shackles off. Yeah, I'm breaking those bad habits, or breaking that cycle. No. We're gonna feel our emotions. We're gonna feel. Yep, somebody hurt you. Let's talk about it. I remember. This is not to bash my mother. I just remember a couple times of really being in the throes of something, feeling really bad. And this is how my mother was raised. I mean, it's no knock to them, even though they did, jack us up at children. No. Tell her something really hurt. Somebody really hurt my feelings at school or whatever. I'm not going to go too far into details because that's not what we're talking about. I mean, it is, but not. And it was just always just gotta dig deep and move past or whatever. And do you have to move past things? Yes. Do we have to dig deep? Yes. Do I want Carrington to be strong? And she is. And and sometimes you do have to just pull your big girl panties up, for sure. But there's plenty of time to sit in our emotions. Let's feel the emotion of whatever is whatever and deal with it. We don't have to move past it. We certainly don't have to move past it in 1 minute, especially when it's a very physical thing that happened. It's a shot. Damn dummy. How about if I shoot you in the arm and then I say, or better yet, I'd rather get shot in the arm. Shoot you in the damn gum of the most sensitive. Lady, I will murder you. Stick you in the gum and then tell you, okay, that's enough. You weeped. Move past it. And I don't think she meant to. And then my mother said, well, they have other patients. This wasn't 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, and she just won't get it together and they can't move past, which you get paid a lot of money if it took 10 minutes and it took 10 minutes. Fool. I get ready to say so many expletives, but it wasn't. That wasn't the case. Okay. Anyway, I do that often though. Ooh, 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. Nobody wants to. Hallelujah. 30 minutes, really? I hope y'all are still sticking around. Have I lost some of you? Probably. That's okay. The real people will stick with the meat and potatoes of this podcast. What is this? A vlog? Yeah. I advocate for mine. I hope you advocate for yours. More of us should. If you're not, please do. They're the most precious things, and their feelings and their emotions are valid. And I don't know about you, but in my community, in my house, in my hood, we were raised to just sweep it under the rug, keep it going, don't really talk about a lot of, again, children seen, not heard. You don't get to talk back, you don't get to really have a voice, and you don't get to talk back too much. I mean, she gets to talk back a lot more than I did, but we didn't get to have opinions and thoughts. It was smushed out, beat out of us. But I don't subscribe to that, and I'm trying to undo those wrongs. Joanne, you were a wonderful mother in so many different ways, but certain things like that, which was just a product of, back in the day. Things are different. I've decided to be different, to do different, and I want different. And yeah, don't quiet my child. Don't do it. I won't have it. So that's my message. I mean, that was my story. And I have to continue to do these kinds of things all the time. This is the most recent story. I've had to, I like to get at people. If you know me at all, I like to get at people. But I'm trying to be less so, because what's your motivation? Why you want to get at somebody, little angry Napoleon? Yeah, I advocate for my kid, and that's important. And until she has her own voice for real, I'll continue. Even probably when she does have a voice, I'll still be up at the school. Like you said what, Lucy? What? Okay, guys. I've talked a long time, 33 minutes. Can I say something other than hallelujah? No, because it's just fitting. Hallelujah. I mean, my God, my word, my black Jesus. It's a long tongue. Okay. I have so many more. I have another story of Carrington at the this play area where I had to advocate for her there, and I want to share that story. And it's on my spirit too, but I'm not, because we're 33 minutes, and even my most loyal subscriber is like, okay, I've been away from my kid trying to listen to this podcast, and you still talking, lady. Wrap it up. Okay, I hear you. You have been heard. Y'all trying to get me in an accident. Don't be. Just because you DTE doesn't mean you can stop at the last minute. You still need to use your brakes and or indicators. Okay, you guys have a great week. I was about to say make good decisions. I think I try to wrap that up, because that's how I was sending Carrington off for the day. Like, I love you, make good decisions. Y'all are grown. Make up whatever decisions you want. Burn up the city if you want. I mean, please don't. And please don't burn up my city. Okay, have a great week. Make whatever decisions you want to make.